Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Force here, and today we will be taking a look at Miner Wars Arena. This is a top-down arena-style shooter that has you drilling through rocks to find and obliterate your opponents. We're going to go ahead and start off by taking a look at the tournament, which is basically this game's campaign. There's a total of 15 missions, of which I've played through the first 5. We're going to start off here in mission number 1, though. As you can see on the bottom, there's a few options to select from. You can choose the difficulty. Hard is locked from the start. I'm just assuming that as you play through the game, you'll be able to access hard difficulty later on. You then have the option of selecting your spaceship. Now, from playing with all 3 of them, I can tell you that there is a difference. There's a difference in the amount of energy, health, and shields that each of these ships has. Unfortunately, though, none of this information is displayed to the player upon selecting. I mean, hell, there's not even a brief description that says, like, this is a light vehicle and this is a heavy tank. There's nothing. There's just a name, jackknife, rock heater, or eater. Can't even read this, the text is so small. And then this dude right here. So, there's no way for me to tell. As a player new to this game, I'll just be like, okay, which shape do I like the best? I don't know. It's kind of silly. I'm really baffled that there's no description at all that tells the differences between these different vehicles. But with that said, from playing them, I know that this one is the tanky, starts with the most shield and health, and so that's the one I'm going to pick. And let's go ahead and take a look at Miner Wars Arena. Special edition, mind you. Alright, again, so the objective of this game is to drill through rocks. You start off here in the starting base. You must drill through rocks that you are surrounded by and try to find your opponents. Now in these rocks you can actually find various buffs such as ammo buffs and extra energy, as well as new weapons and stuff like that. So there's the guy right here coming to my start zone. We're able to take him out. A big advantage to being in your starting area is that you regenerate health and energy. Now energy is used, taking a look in the upper left, energy is that blue lightning bolt. That is actually used up when you drill. So notice as I'm drilling, I'm using up some of my energy. And to replenish that, I can either find an energy buff or I can go back to town. Here's some ammo. It's going to refill my ammunition. Also displayed in the upper left is my health and shields. Health is the orange heart, and shields is the green shield looking thing. And actually I'm kind of, oh boy! God, I gotta stay out of that ion storm. That does do damage to me. And I'm actually gonna have to go back to base soon to refill my energy, so. Alright, ion storm's going over there. So yes, those storms right there, those will appear throughout, and you can't walk through them or else you die. And I would just drill around, but I'm so low on energy, I don't want to risk running out. If you run out of energy, you're basically just dead in the water. It's I guess it's also your fuel or whatever. And you'll start just puttering along, and that'll make it super easy if my opponent finds me to take me out, so. Okay. Get back in the start zone, replenish some here, and then take him out again. Okay, so. Also in the upper left-hand corner, you're going to notice the weapons. There's a total of 5 weapons in the game. They're statically bound to 1 through 5. Number 1 is the Gatling gun, number 2 is the rockets, and number 3 are mines. I'm going to lay some mines down here. You kind of basically shoot them out of your butt there. He's walking right through it. That's hilarious, and that's an easy victory. There you go. So there's mission number 1. All I had to do was defeat my opponent 3 times, and I actually didn't die once, as you can see. It shows total damage done, damage taken, accuracy, and then the XP score. All right, so let's move to the next mission, mission number 2. This mission objective is to crush as many enemies as you can. Alright, so basically try to get the most frags. This is going to have me being out and proactive here, as opposed to playing more passively like I was before. Alright, let's see here. We got some guy right here. Okay, got him. And I died. Alright, so. Now, this guy's actually sitting right here at my respawn, so it's going to be a nice and easy kill. There we go. And I'm just gonna, those little arrows will show up, showing you where the opponents are, and I just gotta find them, try to get as many kills as possible. So it's, you know, you have to strike a balance between using your energy and reserving it so that you don't run out. And also my energy blaster to work through the rocks also does damage, so I can, there you go. So I can walk up to an enemy vehicle and use energy to basically push out my drill And that also does damage. It's a little bit of an extra damage boost if you can get up close to someone. Be the last man standing. So this one's all about survival. This is basically going to have me sitting at home. I'm not going to leave my start area. And unfortunately, it's unfortunate. It's fortunate because it means easy victory, but it's unfortunate because it's not very challenging. The enemy AI will just keep coming to my start zone and let me basically destroy them, which is kind of really stupid. This game also has like a skirmish mode, and someone over there. This game has a skirmish mode, and when doing that, enemies literally just walk into your line of fire. It's terrible. They just walk to your start zone where you get this crazy regeneration, and they just let you obliterate them, basically. I'm gonna switch to rockets here. Oh, look at that destruction. All right, back here, regenerate some of my shield a little more. Switch to the Gatling gun here, and push back out. They destroyed my ally, the other green guy. That guy's dead, and I just have one more person to kill. Rock on. Let's move out here, see if we can get some ammo or some weapon upgrades or something. I get some energy. Let me stay out here a bit longer. Also want to have an alternative path to move out of in case I get blindsided here. Not much going on. Let's break through these rocks. Screen gets all blurry like that when you get low on energy. Alright, you know what? We're just gonna go. Okay, so he's coming here. So I'm gonna drop a few mines behind me. Just shot through them. Okay. God damn it, forget it. Apparently that's not working. And there's the victory. Yeah, this game's not very hard. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna go back here. So I showed you the first few missions there. Let me see if there's any. Okay, so now I can play through those on hard. Okay, so now that I beat it on normal, I can play through it on hard. So I guess that's how it works. Except this one's weird because normal's not unlocked, but easy and hard are. I don't know. Let's go to mission number 5. Let's try a different vehicle. Let's try the rock heater there. Okay, so be the last man standing yet again. This means the smartest thing for me to do would be to hang near my start zone. The lower left, that shows the players and the number of lives they have, or depending on the objective, like the number of kills. Okay. Alright, I got one of them. Also lost a life. Should be able to get the second guy pretty easily here. Alright, so it's now 4 all. Just drilling through these rocks to try to get some ammo, some new weapons or something. Oh my gosh, what the heck? I took some damage from the ion storm plus the incoming fire. Resulted in a quick death. Alright, looks like I just killed them both again. Alright, so let's try to find, again, some more stuff here. Breaking through these rocks. Here we go. Yeah, guys. Keep double teaming me. So there's 2 of them on the same team. You can notice that they're the same color. We're all tied up here. Ion Storm's getting a bit close for comfort. Pretty much know where they're coming from here now. It looks like they haven't drilled any alternative paths. So this game is, you know, it's kind of interesting. I don't know what it is, but I've always really enjoyed the drilling through rocks thing. I've always enjoyed sort of, you know, you'll call it destructible environment. In fact, one of this game's main features that it touts is a destructible environment, which, sure it is. I mean, this is a little bit different from what you think of in a normal game having destructible environment. I am actually all out of ammo. Wow. All right, here's the big moment here. Oh my gosh, I am all out of ammo. I need to kill this guy with a mine. Damn it. It worked. It worked. Okay, so, you know, I'm all for like destructible environments and stuff, but I don't know that I really consider this that. I mean, sure. I guess, you know, technically it is. Here's another be the last man standing. Gonna drill out around our start area. I do have a teammate here. But I mean, when this, I don't know, it's weird, because when I think of destructible environment, I'm thinking like an FPS, like Red Faction. You know, a shooter game that also has destructible environment. That's exactly what I think of when I think of destructible environment. But when it's just a giant rock world that you can shoot through, it's more like chew your way past these obstacles. I'm just nitpicking, I suppose, though. Okay, that's fine by me. Alright, so I'm definitely gonna have to find more ammo. Now, it does look like this ship has an easier time of busting through rocks. Again, this is different than the ship that I tried last time. So maybe that's a difference. It is super annoying that there's zero description of these vehicles, though. It's pretty much just guesswork. Alright, so my teammate has completely died. But the remaining player... Holy crap. Uh-oh. Really need to find some ammo. Or something. Buddy boy's gonna be back here soon.
Yeah, baby.
Whew.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, gotta kill him once more. So let's get back to the game. Yeah, you know, it's kind of interesting. It's a neat concept. There's a few huge flaws with it. I think the first huge flaw is the fact that the AI will just chase you to your starting area, and this does it all the time. This is not just like you're not just happening to see an isolated incident. All right, this happens all the time in the game. So everything that I played through the tournament, which granted has only been the first 5 missions, right? Although I think I just did mission number 6, didn't I? Even though it's not unlocked right now, whatever. So that's that. But there is also the skirmish mode, and this lets you just make a game of your choosing. But it is the exact same thing. The exact same thing. The enemies will chase you to your starting area. You have a huge advantage sitting in there because you get crazy health regen, and there's nothing they can do about it. So someone may say, well, Force, well, if you play against real people, that's not the case, right? I guess so. If you were playing against a real living person, then they'd be smart enough not to chase you to your starting area, and you guys would be forced to engage somewhere in the middle where it's actually a little bit, I guess, fairer, you know, a little bit less one-sided. But there's no real way to play against people. Now, there is a split screen option, and with the split screen option, you can play against someone else who's also on your computer. So if you've got another person at your house and you're both playing on the same PC, you can play against another real person. How often does that happen? Most people, when they play games together, they're doing so on the couch, on a console. It's not very often that this sort of situation will occur. But even if that is the case, even if you're someone who will, play a split-screen game with your friends on a PC, if that's something that you and your friends do, fine. There's no matchmaking in this game. There's no online multiplayer. Boggles my mind how a game this simplistic and this basic, you know, it could have an entertaining hook if you could play against real people. On a realistic basis, you know, not just having to invite someone over your house to play via split screen. If you could realistically play against other people on a regular basis, then this game could be entertaining, and it could be worth it. For some people, they could find this gameplay worth it, and the interesting aspect of having to carve your own path to your opponent's aspects, and dealing with the restrictions that implies with your energy, limited energy resource, and all that stuff. That I could see that being fun, but I don't understand how there's no online matchmaking for this game. Blows my mind. This is also the special edition of Mining Wars Arena, and that includes the special edition gameplay mode, which is Protected Generator. Now this is a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fun. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at that? So here you go. You can set it's set to 4 AI enemies. You can put the difficulty there. Technology means I believe access to weapons. Now there's also several terrain types. There's actually 15 different. The only difference between them really though is the I guess the texture layout, the way the surface of the planet looks. That's the only difference. There's no really big. You're not dealing with any extra obstacles in any of these or anything like that. So I'm just going to randomize that. Let's go ahead and put a large map size. And my vehicle is going to be this thing right here, which again, there's just no friggin' description, so that's stupid. And you get to pick your color too, as if any of that matters to anybody. And we have to defend our generator. Okay, so let me list off some of these game's key features here, according to the... So I'm just going to sit here and wait for people to come. According to the Steam page, key features of Miner Wars Arena. Oh no, my generator. Let's see. Fully destructible environment to drill a tunnel through solid terrain to find your opponents. Fast adrenaline pumping action. That is incredibly debatable. The gameplay in this game is very basic, very simplistic. Intuitive controls, I'll give you that. Intuitive being another word for generic and basic. Oh boy, my generator's gonna die. Single player mode and split screen mode for 2 players on a 1 PC. Which is just their way of admitting that there's no multiplayer. There's no real online multiplayer, which there should be in a game like this. Again, I could see that actually adding value to this game if you could play it against other people. Once more, on a realistic, regular basis. And then 3 unique spaceships, 5 types of weapons, and 10 awesome upgrade powers. Yes, thank you for the unique spaceships, which you don't describe, and I just have to completely guess what they do. I appreciate that. And my generator's gonna die. I don't really care though, because this game's pretty stupid. So, there is that. Alright, well, I think that's pretty much gonna do it. Oh, my generator died. I survived 138. Thanks for that. And this has been a look at Miner Wars Arena. $10 on Steam. Yes, $9.99 for this pile. You know, let's take a look here. Who is this? Developed by Keen Software House, published by Cosme. Keen Software House. Add online multiplayer. Drop the price down to $5. And I could see people actually being interested in playing this game. But having nothing but terrible AI, and that's it, or having people over your house to play on a split screen, no thank you. I'm sorry, this isn't 2000. That's not acceptable as your only method of multiplayer, especially when the core game is so kind of shitty. You can have a shitty campaign and have an interesting multiplayer if the game's, you know, if the game has interesting dynamics and interesting features and gameplay mechanics, but if you just have a crappy single player and no realistic multiplayer aside from a split screen, rubbish. Waste of time, waste of money. This has been a look at Miner Wars Arena. Don't buy it. You're welcome. Keep watching and keep owning.